is Michael Savage, going live for the second time. I'm in a quiet location with my dear friend Dr. Dinshow, and we are going to discuss philosophy for a few minutes over a few drinks and a few bites of food here. If I can make this damn camera do what I want it to. I have trouble, Tony, with these cameras. I'm not 14 years old. We'll reverse it. This is Dr. Dinshow. I've known you how many years, Tony?
Since 1993.
And how did we meet?
I was on the grand jury in San Francisco, and there was certain information that wasn't true, and I corrected it before you went on the air.
You corrected it. I didn't make the mistake. You mean
No, public made it.
public information that was wrong. So, and I remember it was a police case, right?
Correct.
And now here we are, how many years later, Dr. Dinshow?
Too many.
Too many years. Well, is there really such a thing as too many years? That's another philosophical. So Tony has an interesting background. He's extremely well-read, very deep. You're Greek, Jewish. I don't even know your ethnicity.
You're getting close.
What is it?
You are correct. We are Greek Jews in Constantinople, Turkey.
So you're Turkish, Greek, Jewish.
That's right.
But you know so much, Tony.
Well, we tried.
So what is it that you said about he who believes in...
Someone said, any government that makes you believe in absurdities is the same government that make you commit atrocities.
Nah, we were talking about Nazi Germany. So any government that lets you believe in absurdities will let you believe in atrocities.
Will make you believe in atrocities.
Make you.
Will make you.
Yeah, well, are we there yet here in America, Tony?
I'm afraid that we're getting awfully close to that line.
Oh, God, I need a drink, Tony. I don't know about you. Since you're driving, I'm going to pour myself one and put a little more wine down the old gullet. So, folks, we're just starting off tonight. We may not go too long because the food's on the way. Here comes my filet of petrale sole. Okay. Diego, what are we getting here? Oh, the dinner is served. Muchas gracias, señor.
Okay, enjoy, Mr. Mike, enjoy.
Thank you. So, Tony, before we go to our dinner, any concluding remarks? I want to show everyone the fish here because I've tried to show people what the food is like. This is petrale sole, the way I like it, vegetables, a little rice. Nobody makes food like this, and I don't put butter on anything. If you do, that's your business. They make a wine, look, Tony, a wine sauce for me. Dig into your steak. Go ahead. You're a little older than me. You can eat what you want. I'm still a young boy. I can only eat a certain limited time. Tony, go ahead. Give me some philosophy.
I believe that, this discourse, that if you you're not thinking the way we think, you're the enemy. It isn't any longer...
How's everything over here?
Excellent. Thank
Would you
you.
like some more ice, or you doing okay?
Yes, we would. Thank
A little
you.
more ice?
Yes, sir. So, Tony, who's telling us we don't believe in their discourse?
If you watch any of the large megaphones used by newscasters, I don't want to mention any of them because it's beyond belief what they say about other people.
Now, which, left or right, or both?
I believe the left is well organized.
Yeah.
They're doing propaganda as such as, well, if you don't think our way, then you're wrong. Instead of having a discourse, instead of getting into a conversation, they immediately attack
you.
as a personality.
Of course.
They don't attack what you're saying.
No.
They change the subject, and they go on onomatopoeia on their own to prove their point is the only point. There isn't any other. And
Tony,
in
when I
science-
began in radio, I talked about immigrants and epidemics. That's what got me into radio. Nobody would publish my book.
Well, we're having
Now we have a measles epidemic, a TB epidemic. We have 5 different, how many other
dengue
epidemics?
fever.
You're a doctor. Go ahead.
Dengue fever is back, something you see. Then you get you have other ones, viruses that are coming from people who are closed in together. And we're going to have it.
West Nile virus. All these Haitians coming in, they're all endemically infected with tuberculosis.
That's why we had Ellis Island.
That's right.
Why we had people health-wise investigated or diagnosed before they came into the country. That no longer applies.
Well, I remember I always told people about little Vito Corleone in The Godfather, when he had a disease and they kept him in quarantine for a year.
True.
That's what needs to be done. But Biden, why is Biden doing this to the country, in your opinion, Tony?
I don't think that I do not profess to even say what I think he's saying or doing. That's not my job. My job is to be an observer and say, look, things are not right with him and with his philosophy. This open border.
No.
We have no country with an open border.
Thank
It
you.
becomes someone else's country.
That's right. Borders, language, culture.
It's our collective problem, not Republican or Democrat problem. It's our collective problem. Everybody's involved.
Borders, language, culture.
Again, do we want to preserve this country or not?
Well, folks, we're not going to bother Tony anymore for two reasons. One, because he's got to eat. Two, he's got to drive. And three, I need to eat, and I've got to let him drive. But before I go, I'm going to give you a preview of something. I'm going to read Miniver Chivi. No one remembers it. It's about hanging on to the past and living in the past as opposed to the present and what it does to a person. That's the title for another time. In the interim, I want to say, as we say in the Bronx, L'chaim. Tony, how did you say it in Turkey or Greece or whatever?
Nasi kala,
What does that mean?
you be well.
Nasi kala. Is that Turkish or Greek?
Greek.
Where in Greek were you people from? Salonika?
No, my father and grandfather were born in Istanbul, Turkey. My grandmother was born in the island of Limos.
Turkey.
But my great-grandmother was a Jewish girl from Odessa. Great-grandmother.
Well, let's drink to all of our ancestors, Tony.
God bless them all.
Let me just say, God bless them all. As we say in Brooklyn or Bronx or Manhattan, L'chaim. Thank you, folks. I appreciate your listening. I introduced you to my dear friend, Dr. Dinshaw, who I've known for so long. And I hope you've enjoyed this dialogue between two individuals who still think and speak while enjoying a dinner. And if you've enjoyed this program, subscribe, because we're about to break 50,000 subscribers. I think we probably have. It costs you nothing. Don't be a cheap bastard, okay? Just press subscribe, press I love it, and good night, good luck, and may God be with you, because I'm leaving you. Now, Tony, my problem is I don't know how to end it. End.